Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I've got 15 amazing tips and hacks that will make your life easier. Make sure to watch the entire video to see all the tips and hacks, as I'm sure you'll find several that will be beneficial for you. So let's start the video. So the first hack is about how to season your cast iron pan and make it non-stick. I have a coated cast iron pan, but recently everything has been sticking to it. So after some research, I found a great tip. Using sesame oil and sauteing onions in the pan first can prevent food from sticking. So here's what I did. I heated some sesame oil and I sauteed onions in it. Then remove them from the pan without washing the pan, just wiping it with a towel. Next, I made a fried egg using only egg whites. Now let's see if it'll stick to the pan. I'll show you how I make fried eggs nowadays. I really like this technique. I start by adding a cube of butter to the pan. I kept this mold to shape the egg. I just got this recently, so I wanted to use it. I then sprinkle cayenne pepper, you can use red chili powder too, and poured the egg white into it. I seasoned it with salt, you can add pepper as well. I then flipped the egg and it turned out perfectly without sticking at all. Just the day before, I couldn't get the egg off the pan and it was a sticky mess. So this hack really works. Remember, it's essential to season your cast iron pan with oil after each use. One of my followers recommended sesame oil and it's been fantastic. After washing the pan with soap, make sure to dry it completely to prevent rust. Then season it with sesame oil, covering the entire surface, including the backside and handle. This will keep your cast iron pan in great condition and ready for your next cooking adventure. Next, I have a very simple shoelace tying hack for you. A lot of kids know how to do the basic shoelace tying, but then get confused about what to do after that. So let's remove it and see a new technique. So take one end of each lace and tuck it into the last hole as shown in the video. Some of the shoes will have an extra hole on top. You can tuck it in there if you have it. Then just do the basic tying once, tightening it nicely, and then repeat. Do the same basic tying the second time. And that's it. You get a nice neat knot. Finally, remove the ends from the holes. This method results in a neat and tight knot that stays secure for a long time. However, I should mention that it can be a bit tricky to remove the knot because you can't just pull one end to undo it. But for keeping shoelaces tight, this hack definitely is a winner. The next tip is how to soak your saffron strands more effectively. Usually I would just put saffron strands in a bit of warm water or milk and let them soak until the color and flavor come out. But this hack works even better. First, take a bit of saffron and place it in a bowl. Then take a pestle to crush the saffron into a powder. Once it's crushed, put the powdered saffron in a small bowl and add ice cubes. Let the ice cubes melt naturally. After a while, you'll get a beautifully dark orange saffron infused water that's rich in flavor and color. Here is the easiest way to line the bottom and sides of a round cake pan. First, flip your pan upside down and grab a piece of baking paper. It should be larger than the pan that you're using. Fold it in half and then fold it in half again and fold it once more so that the edges will meet. Now take the pointed end and align it with the center of your cake pan. Just estimate the height of your pan from the edge and make a rounded cut. Adjust the cut based on the height of your pan, then cut two slits about a third of the way in on both sides. Unfold your baking paper and you'll get a circle. Flip the cake pan back around and press the baking paper into the pan and it fits perfectly. Give it a try yourself. I've not tried baking in this, but I'm sure it'll work pretty well. But my baking paper was a little small, so it didn't cover all the way up. And also I might grease the sides of the pan because there are small slits, so I don't want the batter to ooze out. But still, I think it's a good hack. I also think that I didn't cut the paper properly. In the original video, they did it really well and it looked pretty neater than mine. I'll put the link for that video down in the description. Next is a lemon squeezing hack that makes it easier to get all the juices out. For this, you'll need a lemon and a pair of tongs. Simply place the lemon between the tongs and squeeze. The tongs help apply even pressure, making it easier to extract the juice. I tried this with a less sturdy pair of tongs, so I had to press a bit harder, but I still managed to get more juice than by squeezing with my hands. Using a sturdier pair of tongs will make it even more effective. Give it a try. Next is a tip on how to make your red curries like molagattadu, chicken red curry or fish red curry have a nice and thick red gravy, especially when you're making curry without coconut milk or yogurt or milk or anything like that. Most of the time, the gravy becomes very watery for such curries. So follow these 2 tips for a better gravy consistency. First one is making a masala powder paste. I always prefer making a paste out of my basic spices. I usually use chili powder, turmeric powder and coriander powder. I add a bit of water to form a paste. Adding this paste to the curry will really make a difference in both color and thickness. Also, using tomato paste will also enhance the flavor. So I just add a tablespoon of tomato paste to the curry and it will give a nice red color and improve the consistency of the gravy. Next is a simple hack for reheating leftover pizza. Heat a pan and place the pizza slice in it. Pour a few teaspoons of water into the pan, but not directly on the pizza. Close the lid and let the water create a steam as it heats up for about a minute or until the cheese melts. This method makes the pizza slice fresh and delicious without being dry or soggy. The next hack is a quick way to cook matta rice, which usually takes a long time to cook. You can cook it in an instant pot within just 1 minute. First, wash the rice thoroughly and place it in an instant pot with the appropriate amount of water. Set the instant pot to normal high pressure and pressure cook for 1 minute. After cooking, let the pressure release naturally. Do not release it manually. The inbuilt pressure will continue to cook the rice. As you can see, this method results in perfectly cooked matta rice every time. The next tip is another instant pot hack, perfect for boiling eggs. I used to struggle with peeling boiled eggs because the shells would stick and it was a pain to remove them. But with the instant pot, it turns out perfect. Place a rack in the instant pot and pour in about half a cup of water. Then place your eggs on the rack and pressure cook for 3 minutes. Once done, let the pressure release naturally, and as you can see, the shell just slips off easily, making the process much simpler and quicker. I'm sure many of you have knives that are not as sharp as they should be. I certainly do. But I found a simple hack to sharpen them using just a ceramic mug. Here's what you do. Take a ceramic mug and flip it upside down. Then run the edge of the knife along the bottom rim of the mug as demonstrated. You'll notice that the knife becomes noticeably sharper, and I really like this hack. I'll definitely be using this hack to sharpen all my other knives, and I encourage you guys to try it too. In the next one, I'm making a solution that effectively removes fingerprints from mirrors and appliances. In a spray bottle, I mixed 2 teaspoons of dishwasher rinse aid and 2 teaspoons of vinegar and 2 teaspoons of dish soap. I then shaked it well to combine. I tested this solution on various surfaces. Firstly, I sprayed it on my iPad screen, which tends to accumulate a lot of fingerprints. The results were impressive. No fingerprints appeared afterwards for some time. Next, I tried it on my microwave oven door and it worked like a charm. It worked really well on mirrors too. However, when I applied it to my TV screen, it left behind an oily residue, so I don't recommend using it on screens. Overall, I'm quite impressed with this hack. If you suddenly decide to make a dish with green gram or chana dal but forgot to soak them overnight, here is a quick tip. Simply add the lentils to a hot pot and pour boiling water over them. Cover the pot and let it sit for half an hour. By then, the lentils will have softened nicely and are ready to be used in your curry or any dish you like. If you often find yourself dealing with stubborn stickers around the house, especially with little ones around, here's a handy hack to make removing them easier. Simply use a hairdryer. Hold the hairdryer over the sticker, allowing the heat to melt the glue. This makes the sticker more easier to peel off. With this hack, I could remove the tough sticker on the table, and this trick also works wonder for removing stubborn stickers or labels from jars. Just heat the sticker with a hairdryer and the glue will melt, making it easy to remove. Give this a try next time you have a stubborn sticker situation. It's a game changer. When making doshas, particularly rice dosha or the ari dosha, the Kerala style, instead of adding oil to the pan for each dosha, try this time-saving hack. Simply add a tablespoon of oil to the dosha batter and mix it well. This ensures that each dosha gets the necessary oil for cooking. Then you can cook all the doshas without the need for extra oil in the pan. This method not only saves time, but also with this method you can reduce the oil usage. Definitely do try out this method. And finally, the last hack is the kebab rolling hack, which I've shared in a previous video, but I'm incorporating here for your convenience. Simply place the kebab mixture in the middle of a plastic bag. I'm using a Ziploc bag that I've cut open, and roll it just like you see in the video. It's incredibly simple and results in perfectly rolled kebabs every time. That wraps up all the hacks for today's video. I hope you found them useful. If you did, please share this video with your family and friends. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, bye, and thank you so much for watching.